Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Car Grumps. I hope you guys can hear me out there. I work very hard on the sound system to make it perfect so that everybody can hear. And you know what? This is the coolest thing today. We have a guest in the studio.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, he's very exciting. Perfect. So
he's real.
He's a real person, right?
It
is what it is. Perfect.
I'd poke him, but he might bite my finger off.
Well, welcome guys to the Car Grumps, as we have every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. We have an awesome show about irreverent car topics where we just don't care and we talk about all the stupidity that we possibly can muster. And just remember that Phil gets really distracted in the comments, so the more comments
the more comments, the more Dory you get.
Exactly.
Like, just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
Oh, too funny. All right,
so I have to try extra hard today though, because we actually have a guest, so I'm going to be looking at him.
Exactly.
Chat, so you guys better come up with some crafty shit.
Yeah. So we're going to get into the introductions here. I am your host, Primo. Some people don't like me because I don't use my blinkers, but in reality, I believe that the breakdown is actually a viable lane for passing. So it is what it is.
I like that. You know.
And next, who's next? We got it. We got the big old Dozer.
We got
Dozer J.
What's going on, everybody?
Okay, perfect. And then we'll have Mr. Lower Third over here, which is Phil.
Me.
We'll do it like that one.
We're a little messed up.
We get here. Yeah.
You guys can.
You got a blocker.
You guys can see me on TikTok and Instagram at Catch Me Running Naked.
That's right. You know what?
Can't catch him,
dude. We didn't do the pre-show today.
Yeah, I know.
Dang
I was
it.
trying to go live, but like your internet blocks everything out, and I still haven't asked you for like the Wi-Fi.
It's like a dome. It's like the Iron Dome over here.
The dome.
Like if I was to call 911, I don't think the call would get it.
It would be denied.
So you're saying this is the Dome of Death?
Yeah, the Dome of Death.
All right, cool. All right, so
you put lead in the black paint when you put it up on the wall.
Yeah, he probably did. He probably did.
And lastly, we got our boy Nate from In the Shop.
What's going on?
If you guys want to check out his stuff, he is over at. I'll show you his little thing here. This is his YouTube channel. And Nate, if you want to real quick, why don't you go over kind of what you do on your channel?
Yeah, what do you do on your channel, Nate?
I really don't want to talk about it, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Okay.
Really?
He just got here.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. This is how it begins.
Well, that was a great show tonight, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.
All right. Just up the stairs and to the left. That's how you get out.
Right.
Yeah, no, I primarily started my channel off doing kind of how-to stuff and, instructional videos and everything. And lately I've been kind of trying to transform it into a little bit more of like projects and vlog style a little bit, kind of a little more fun, but mostly diesel truck stuff. The majority of my content is diesel truck stuff.
Okay.
Nice.
So what got you, now it's just like mainly diesel trucks, that's all you really focus on?
Mostly, yeah.
Now, why diesel trucks and nothing else? Like, what got you into diesel trucks?
I had a shop for just about 10 years that did primarily diesels, kind of made a name for myself in that industry, and just had a lot of truck parts kicking around. So just kind of started doing it. Yeah.
Stop finagling some things.
Now, what about cars and stuff? Like, you're not into cars?
Like, I am. Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, I am.
Diesel cars?
Sure. Yeah. Always wanted to swap a diesel into something. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So what kind of cars? What kind of cars do you like?
Mostly a Ford guy. I mean, I like anything realistically. I mean,
so are you like one of those Fox body guys?
Yeah, I love me a Fox
Really?
body
Yeah,
Mustang.
you can't go wrong.
I've had a few.
Really? All right.
You can't not like a Fox body
Take your hat
Mustang.
off and look that way. No, he's definitely not a GM guy. There's no mullet.
Nope.
Right.
So we're doing all right. We're doing all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know what? We usually start this show off, and this is the thing is, I do want to start it off like this, but before, you may see something very cool in the front there that Jay is showing off. That is our industry award. Guys, we just got awarded the Industry Influencer Award. That's a new thing that is being offered from Import Evolutions. And, we got something cool. And, Phil, you're probably better explaining this industry thing with Import Evolutions. You want to take that away?
So, it's like a Grammy for the car and trucks, the automotive scene.
It's bigger than the Grammys.
Yeah, no,
Bigger.
it was like honestly, it was a great. Honestly, it was a great time. Electro and the whole Import Evolution family, they did a great job. They turned a church into something like, I mean, not that churches ain't wonderful, but they had it at a church, and they set out the red carpet. There was glasses of champagne. There was a bar, good bartenders. The DJ was playing awesome music.
Good vibes.
Yeah,
it was really
all
just
around good
time,
vibes.
you know, and all the people there. It was nice. It was nice to like a lot of the people there I knew, or I knew of. So it was awesome. It wasn't just something there for people to sit around and get an award. It was actually a giant networking gala. You know, they called it a gala, the industry gala. It was perfect. Everybody was so cool. You know, I met Enzo for the first time. We've said hi.
Yeah,
in
shout out
passing.
Enzo.
But you know,
I was really happy. He was with us the whole night. Yep.
And we were dressed to the nines. Everybody had to wear a 3-piece suit and a gown and stuff.
I should have put the pictures up with the suits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll catch up with that in the next one. If you guys want, remember that we have the Instagram account, we have the Facebook, and obviously Phil and us all like to share on the main page. So all those pictures are there too if you want to check them out.
So and also, guys, he forgot to say it.
What?
Jay didn't say it.
What Jason say?
If everybody could do us a favor and go on YouTube and like and subscribe,
Yep,
I would greatly appreciate it.
he would actually.
And you know, and like when we put the show, when we do the post for the show going on at 7 and blah blah blah.
Yep.
All you got to do is hit a share button. You know.
Right.
That's it.
You know, we want.
That's all you got to do.
We want to entertain the masses. I have a blast doing this. I think I speak for the three of us when we say we can't thank you guys enough for all the support. Everybody tuning in, everybody pushing it. You know, and like it's a snowball effect. It's rolling down. It's rolling downhill really fast and getting bigger. So.
Look at Brooks. Brooks is like, I'd love to see you guys come out with content 2 times a week making videos. And I'm just gonna say, Brooks,
in the works.
You could hold your breath long enough to get it, but I would say let's wait till summer and we get some heat so we can get Phil outside.
Yeah.
So and then
sweaty.
We'll have that conversation. So
right from Classic Pizza Ton. Hi,
yeah,
Dad.
hey.
Oh, and everybody, do us a favor. We need to spam Dr. Pepper.
Right.
So if everybody could just tag Dr. Pepper in the chat.
Oh, hold on.
Everybody just spam the ever-living shit out of the Dr. Pepper. We either going to get a sponsorship or a cease and desist, one or the other.
I'm probably expecting more of a cease and desist.
Probably. But
make it happen. We got
cheers
this.
to you, Dr.
That's
Pepper.
right. Here you
and
go.
your 0 calorie count on this diet.
All these other guys over here drinking water. We know what's up.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
Yeah, here we go.
There you
All
go.
right, the workout buffs. No wonder they're so skinny.
Now, as always, if you come on the show, there is one important thing that we have to go over, and that is your woes. And before the show started today, the automotive woes had already started, and I said I would not be talking about it, but I said at about the 10-minute mark, and we are at the 10-minute mark now, we can start go over what's wrong with our cars and have a discussion. And I would like to hear from my buddy Jay. What's up, Jay?
So what's going on, Jay?
Where's your truck, Jay?
Jay.
Wow. Same thing.
You know, straight kick to the nuts from under the table from Nate.
For those that have been listening,
the guests.
for those that have been listening, you know, it's all right. It's all right.
Here,
The
I'll cover
7.3
you up. You can do that while you punch him. There'll be
The
an image of your truck.
7.3 is in good hands. All right. I have faith. I have faith.
Did you know that we have a truck guy that's in the house right now?
I know.
Yes.
And, you know, if he had space at the time, he probably would have got the opportunity. And I'm sure he would have taken good care of my baby, the 7.3.
Definitely.
But as of right now, I believe it's in good hands. You know, they haven't done me wrong yet.
I think that Nate had a question before.
Yeah.
Nate, what was the question?
It's a long list.
Yeah. What's going on with it?
Straight to the point. Listen, no holds barred. He's like,
I think we're all trying to figure that out. And
Okay.
but so it all started long ago. No, but for real though, it all just started with simple fix. I thought it was a bad oil cooler, and while we're at it, let's do the oil pan. While the motor's out, let's go ahead and replace the manifolds. And it's just been one thing after another. Now, new fuel injectors, did the tune, new turbo that I didn't ask for, but it's on there. And yeah, so just a laundry list, and it's still mixing oil and coolant. We just swapped out the reservoir, and they put a new oil cooler on because just to see if that failed.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Brooks
the
just
list
says-
goes on.
Brooks says having 6.0 problems with a 7.3.
Right? That's not supposed to happen. No, but I don't know. And hopefully nothing's cracked. And that would obviously be the next step. To do a compression test. That's what I'm hoping is the next step. And yeah, I wish it was. I don't know. I wish I had an answer.
I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
I think the garage that you got it in is better hands than the other shit stick you had it at before. I can't remember who it was, but
Yeah, we're not gonna say any
never
names.
no, we're not gonna name drop
Still-
because we're nice.
You
We're
know
nice
what, though?
here.
I have to say that I appreciate Nate taking the high road on this right now and not just going like, let me tell you what you need to do. So he's doing the good one. So, Phil, do you have any stuff in the works right now? Or
Do I have any stuff in?
Yeah.
Do I have anything in the works?
Yes. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, there's a Phil's
Look
card.
at that.
Oh, boy.
Look at that. Just look at it.
Yeah.
Now I got side skirts coming from Germany. When they'll be here, who the hell knows? Oh God, yeah.
Yep. That's what we're working on, right?
That's a car.
Oh
No,
yeah.
not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Smart car has to get finished. The smart car is just like is that close.
Okay.
It's like for me to get done, I have the recipe, the whole recipe for the air ride. I just got to get it in. Waiting for side skirts to come from Germany, and then it's just legit. Install the air ride, get that going, and have the lip and the side skirts wrapped in the little stupid gray piece that goes around wrapped,
Right.
and she'll be good. She'll be good to go until something breaks. Which
Well, I was just gonna say
Minutes
you
from
said
now.
it'll be done, but when are you selling it?
what am I saying? Like,
Yeah.
would buy it?
No, because that's the only time a project's ever done.
Right?
So
I actually
you can't say that word on a project car ever.
Very
Good point
I'm
there.
horrible
Valid
I'm
point.
horrible with cars. I'm like a hoarder. I hate selling shit because then you get the tire kickers. You get those idiots like, hey, I'll trade you a 5-star notebook and 2 pens for that car. Like,
Yeah.
I'm good.
I had a good sale the other
Yeah.
day. I sold my supermoto wheels. Guy came in, paid full, walked away,
That's rare.
happy.
That's rare.
I was blown away because he called me a month ago, and then he just called me back. You still got them? I'll take them today. Boom, done.
There
Wow.
you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I hate
Miracles happen.
I can't stand selling. I have a garage full of greatness, and I don't even want to deal with the people to give it
hell
away.
no.
Yeah. I've
Hell
listed
no.
stuff.
There's a lot of
I've
parts.
listed stuff on Marketplace and then taken it down and scrapped it
Right?
because I
You're
just
better
could
off.
not.
That's
I'd rather
crazy.
Watch
Yeah.
something rot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch something rot. Gio!
Oh, Gio's
Can we
on. What's
shout out?
up, buddy?
Can we do a couple of shout outs here? I want to shout out
Do
it. Give it.
One-Way
Limo.
Recycling.
Yep.
I want to shout out Hyde Paving.
Absolutely one-way recycling. Yep.
Um,
Hide paving.
What is it? Mikey's Mementos. I don't know if they're in here yet.
Yep.
Gio. I want to shout out Gio.
Yep. I know he's in here.
Yeah, I just saw him. And just thanks, guys, for the support. Everybody's watching. We appreciate it.
Yep. Do we have Gio on the schedule yet?
Gio is actually going to be here next week. So we have another in-house guest.
Hey.
So,
Okay.
Gio, you better be ready, sir.
Yep.
Okay?
Come on down.
Poor Amy. She says she's chopped liver.
Amy, you got to keep... You guys, listen. You guys got to start spamming Dr. Pepper. Just tag him in the
Yep.
chat. Just keep tagging him. Keep tagging Dr. Pepper. I want to get that court order.
I haven't seen one hashtag Dr. Pepper yet. Come on, guys. What are you
I haven't
doing?
seen one at Dr. Pepper, guys. Come on. You're killing me. You're killing me.
The poor YouTube guys and what is it? Well, Twitch is doing okay.
Vinny! What up, Vin?
All right.
So let's talk about you.
No, well, actually,
Uh-oh.
you know what? We got to show Nate's truck.
Oh, yeah.
Which we have not
Pull it
seen
up.
yet. First truck picture we got here. Look at that bad boy right there.
Love the color.
Thank you.
Wow.
Different.
So is that like Harley Davidson orange?
It's close. It's competition orange.
Competition orange.
Yep.
So
Yep.
competition orange because it's a competition truck.
It's not
Yeah,
compensating orange.
No, not compensating orange. No.
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 Well, I mean, it's a lowered short truck. So that
Yeah.
means he has that big D energy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Instead of like the lifted
Right.
truck that I have outside with a small D energy.
small.
You know what I mean? They call me Tic Tac and him Ruler Man.
There you
Like,
go.
Yardstick.
all right,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I picked a fight with you, sir. Oh, too funny. So yeah, do you want to go over a little bit on the truck and let everybody
Yeah.
know what it's about?
Yeah, what's it about?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
What's it about, Nate?
Tell me.
Tell
So
me, Nate.
it's
Nate, what's it about?
it's a truck.
It's a truck.
It's got an engine in it.
Okay.
Does
Does it have pedals?
It does.
It does.
It's 3 pedals.
Three pedals?
Yes,
Oh.
3
Three
pedals.
pedals?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
unheard of today.
5 speed.
That's an
6
anti-theft
speed.
device.
Six
So you
speed.
know how to drive standard?
I don't know how to drive
You don't know-
standard, but
no. So
He makes
make
it
a-
happen,
Make a
though.
great attempt at it. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So as the truck moved from the spot,
No, that's the spot. It's actually the grass is growing up around it. Well, there's snow on it too right now, but that's that
Nice.
picture. It's in the same exact spot.
wife comes outside. What's all that noise? Shh, I almost got it.
Too funny. It's been there
Yeah.
for.
It's been there for years. I don't know why.
So what do you got done to that bad boy?
Yeah.
The list of things I don't have done is probably
Yes.
shorter, but it's a 03 F250 6-liter. I cut the frame, shortened it. I had a few buddies help me out with some of the body work because body work is just
Now, who helped you out with the body work? Just a couple of friends or
yeah,
a
yeah.
shop?
You guys might know Steve Kernan and Joey Boudreau.
Oh yeah! Shout
yep.
out to Steve and Joey.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
Boys.
boys.
And they did a great job with the body work on
Oh,
it.
they do awesome work.
And once I shortened it, then I got all the suspension, DJM, lowering kit, big sway bars, EBC brakes all the way around. Then I studded the motor and did everything top to bottom that you normally do with a 6-liter, lifters,
Yeah.
injectors, compound turbo, big tune.
Well, excuse me.
You got a nice what is it, drift stick in it too, right?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
the
so that thing goes sideways?
yeah, I got a
Nasty.
I got dual calipers in the back. I actually took the brackets that hold the factory caliper on and I cut them in half and then used the passenger side on the driver's side and the driver's side on the passenger. So the rear axle has dual calipers, one for the regular brakes and one for the handbrake.
So
Yeah.
now, what are you doing with the truck? Are you just gonna drag race it, or like are you
No,
gonna
so
show up to Club Loose with all those little?
I originally
looking forward
I
to
need a
that,
handbrake
actually.
for drag race.
I originally built it to drift.
Oh really?
Yeah, and then the club that I was gonna drift with, I guess they don't Nedco, they don't
Okay.
They'll
drift
support
anymore.
trucks. Oh.
No,
Yeah.
they do. That's the thing is Nedco said I could do it, but I guess they don't do it anymore. Nedco isn't really a thing anymore, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
right.
It just kind of disband.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they're trying to get things going, but for right now, they don't have a spot. At least that's what I know of. I mean, I don't, maybe someone else that knows the club a little better can fill
Yeah,
me
yeah,
in on
yeah.
that. But a lot of the other clubs won't let a full-size truck.
They won't. That's not a full size truck though.
It's chopped.
It's technically, but I guess I can kind of understand the slippery slope of if you let one
Yeah,
you know,
that's the problem. You let
1-ton
in.
truck
Basically a
in.
diesel Datsun at this
the
point.
next, yeah,
Nice.
I agree. But if you let one in, then the next guy's gonna be like, well, mine's not that much bigger. The next thing you know, there's gonna be guys knocking on the door with
Like this guy.
big trucks trying to drift them. So
Right.
I kind of
We're
understand
not seeing the problem, really.
8-foot bed gang.
Yeah, but
Now, have you talked to like Club Loose or anything like that? And they
no,
negative?
I mean I reached out to a few people from different clubs, and
Yeah.
people just said no full size trucks.
Really?
Yeah, so I mean, if anybody has an in with any of these clubs and wants to let me,
That sounds awfully
get in.
racist.
yeah, yeah.
That's it. That's it. I'm writing a letter. I am
A
writing
strongly worded
a
letter.
Call
It might
your.
be an email form,
Right,
but I'm writing a letter.
right.
We need a petition for big trucks in the drifting clubs.
What do you
Let 'em in.
for Horsey Power?
Yeah, everybody wants to know.
Yeah, everybody wants to know.
I've never had it on a dyno, but it should be right around 600, and that's just I limited it buy the injector size. I mean, the truck's capable of more power than that, but I don't like tearing parts up.
Playing
so,
it safe.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, but like you got
600 horsepower is plenty.
Yeah, 600 horsepower, 6
Yeah.
truck. I mean, there's
Nasty.
no weight on that rear end.
the truck weighs like 5,500 pounds right now,
Really?
which is
Ooh.
light for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's light for a full size truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my father just said, now have you looked into starting your own drift club, like something where you can?
The truck drift.
Sounds
club.
like you got a sponsor waiting.
Yeah, I mean that that sounds like a great idea, but to be honest, I just don't have the time to commit to something
Might have
like
to paint
that.
it purple.
It's a lot. There's a lot involved in that, insurance and
absolutely.
securing locations. And right now, at this point in my life, I got 3 kids at home, and I got my YouTube thing. I got a side business and a full-time job. There's no way I could commit to something like that.
I'd
let a lot of people down if I started a club and then just didn't show up.
No,
you know?
no.
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
listen,
I
but
hear
you
you.
know what? Kudos for you.
Mm-hmm.
Kudos for you for realizing that and not being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try, and then again disappoint. You know what I mean?
I want to see it, and I think that we've said this before was with the 22 rally, because we have the track stuff and being able that we've had all sorts of vehicles on the track for that, to be able to see it go on something like I guess a non-profit little thing where you just run it around the track and make it roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and,
no, I'd love to
you
do
get
that.
somebody to slide it by and just be like a couple of runs, and
Yeah.
now you get people that can trust you and know you can drive the truck. I think that'll be a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I really wanted to get to the last 22 rally, but the truck just wasn't done in time,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to cut corners to get it done.
No,
so
I don't blame. Now is it ready? Is it ready? Is it ready to go? Like if you wanted to start it up tomorrow and go for a ride, could
yeah.
you?
I mean, I have a few things I want to do to it before the spring, but
Yeah.
it's I mean, I moved around the other day, so yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Now what do you have left to do to complete?
Well, like I said earlier, projects never.
Yeah, true.
Never done.
Projects never
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
But like, are you content with it right now?
No. I got a few small things. I got a different intercooler pipe because where it comes off the intake manifold is a common spot for it to pop apart under high boost.
Yep.
And I got a one-piece pipe that I want to swap on. And one of my channel sponsors sent me a little piece they make. It's like an air deflector for in front of the radio. I mean, in front of the radiator that I just want to swap on. But there's a few other a little more extreme things that I want to do that I'm just not ready to commit to cutting the truck back apart again. So
Oh, so you got to
Yeah.
cut it back up again?
I want to do independent rear suspension.
Really?
Yeah, I really want to, and I want to get it a little bit lower. Yep.
And right now, obviously, you do have the full-time YouTube channel where you're
Yeah.
doing other stuff, so that kind of
Yeah.
deflects away from what you're doing, right?
So on YouTube, I can find you at
In the shop.
in the shop.
Yep.
So that's the name on YouTube.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The link is youtube.com/c/in the shop.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Yep.
And we'll have that a couple of times up, and we're probably gonna have it in like the description or in like the lower part of the videos that we have too, so you guys can check it out. But if not, it's easy to search up, and he's got a couple of different projects that are going on right now, so you can check out that. And obviously, you're gonna move back to the orange truck at some point, right?
Yep. Yeah. Right now we're building a 70 F100 with a 6-liter and a
that's
6-speed.
Fast.
Yeah. Right now that's what we have going on. So
wow.
once that is to the point where it rolls a little bit better, that'll come out. I'll bring the orange truck back in, do a little work on that, and then just kind of flop some projects around here and there.
Oh,
But
that's neat.
yeah.
Now, how many projects do you have?
Right now I have the orange truck, the F100. I have a project that I haven't touched in a long time that a lot of my subscribers want to see back, but just doesn't fit great in my garage. But it's a F350 with a DT466 swap in it. Big old
What
motor.
year F350?
It's a 06. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And then I have another project that I haven't started on whatsoever. Probably won't start until next fall, but it's a 1952 Dodge M37.
Ooh, yeah.
That,
right. Yep.
I
remember that,
really
yep.
want to make it into like a kind of hard to describe. I should have sent Alan a picture ahead
Yeah.
of time, but it's kind of like a Formula One look almost. You know, it's got
it
like the
looks
big
awesome.
big tires. They're the same, square front
yeah,
and rear.
Yeah. Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. I had like
Adam
I had a whole
says I've been
rendering done of
following
it.
that build forever.
What up, Adam?
What's up, Chickman?
What's going on?
So now you have like
Hey, Jenny.
hi. So you have like 5 projects going on.
Yeah.
You said you have a wife and 3 children.
Yep.
You have your own
Busy.
house.
Yep.
Okay. So are you a drug dealer? Like,
I wish.
either that
No.
or
Must be a good
I mean,
mechanic. That's
right,
what,
yeah.
that's what I'm
kinda-
saying.
He's kind of cute, so he might. I mean, listen,
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Listen,
Yeah,
Hey.
my OnlyFans is doing very well.
OnlyFans,
You
yeah.
know, So,
Yeah.
what do you do for work?
I do marketing currently.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
you just record stuff.
Yeah. Trade shows, video work. I mean, you name it. I work for a construction company. We do heavy equipment
Okay.
rentals, sales, and service,
Okay.
and that's what I do. And then I have a little side gig that I make some parts for 6 liters and sell those. Doing pretty good.
Okay. Alan.
There it
I
is.
totally
Yeah.
forgot about. Alan
Yep.
just told me. Alan just.
Yeah,
told
he's
me
a
about
multi-purpose
that.
kind of
And,
guy.
So what do you make? Like, what do you?
So there's a few things I make. One of my channel sponsors, Bless Performance, they do shift on the fly tuning for 6 liters, so you
Okay.
can just change the tune as you're going along.
So like the Hydras. Almost?
Similar.
Okay.
Yep. But in the past, all the shift on the fly tuning for 6 liters has been not good for the transmissions.
Yeah.
Where this is safe because it doesn't change the transmission tuning whatsoever. So the issue is they wanted me to test it out on my truck for my channel,
Yep.
and you use the cruise control buttons to activate it.
Okay.
My truck has no cruise control. So I designed a box that plugs in to where the cruise control would normally plug in, and you mount it on your dashboard, and you can press the buttons and activate the tune.
Okay.
So I started with that, and then my biggest seller lately is the factory map sensor for a 6 liter only reads up to like 30 psi.
Okay.
So if you have like my truck makes like 60 pounds of boost.
Yep.
So if you want to read that on like a monitor or any kind of data logging,
Like the CTSV like monitors or
CTS, yep,
anything?
yeah.
Like, okay.
The factory sensor will peak at 30 pounds of boost.
Yep.
So I made a sensor that plugs into the factory harness, mounts to the factory spot, and then goes to the factory hose. So it just goes in just like stock. You change the mapping in your tune,
Yep.
and you can read up to 100 psi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, what if you have? What if? So I know a little bit about diesel trucks.
Yep.
I am not diesel.
Just
truck
enough to get
savvy.
us in trouble.
Yeah, just enough. So I have a 6.4 liter Power Stroke.
Sorry,
And
I said sorry.
hey, listen, I love the thing. The thing's been nothing but great to me. A lot of people talk trash, and you know what? You drive a 6.0, dude.
I know. Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
You notice it's not sitting in this driveway though. Here, when I pulled up.
Exactly. I got the land yacht parked right behind your little Ford F-150. So with that part that you said, so what is it again?
The
sensor.
Yeah.
Make a sensor.
Yeah, so there's a bracket that bolts where the factory sensor bolts onto.
Okay.
And that bracket has a special fitting in it that will plug into the factory map sensor hose goes into it.
All right.
And then it has a pressure transducer that'll read 100 psi. Yep. And then I made a little jumper harness that plugs into the pressure transducer and then plugs into the factory harness. So there's no splicing, no hacking it up. It just bolts in, plugs in, looks clean. It's a nice stainless bracket, so it looks nice.
And it won't like mess up your factory readings for the ECU. Or
So
anything?
you have to get your tune changed. You have to get the
Okay,
map
okay.
transfer function changed.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just a little.
Yeah.
You were saying all these big words.
It's all
this,
catching
like,
up. It's
all
good.
this
Yeah.
great stuff. Like my ears are starting to smoke because I'm still trying to process what the hell you were just saying to me. So.
And that's Brooks. Brooks was asking, would you work on a 7.3?
Potentially. I mean, I'm not really taking on any side work right now because I have so many projects.
Don't look
and
at me. We're
So
not
many,
talking about
so
mine.
many
No.
businesses going on. Trying to do a little of everything, but usually springtime comes around, I get a little hungry to do some side work again. So yeah, you never know. You know.
Brooks got a nice 7.3 he just picked up. What is that? A 97?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
I should have
Wow,
kept
nice
that
beautiful.
picture too to show off.
Oh, yeah.
Bought it from like the Diesel King, I think, or something like that. Some
Truck King, right?
Truck King or something.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yep.
some weirdo.
Out of Jersey.
Out of
New Jersey.
Out of Jersey.
Jersey.
Out of Jersey. I heard they got some nice Jersey stuff.
Some
down
Jay-Z
there.
stuff out in Jay-Z.
So I seen a nasty looking go-kart on there. Is that a little side project?
Yeah, that was one of. I mean, my channel has been mostly diesel trucks, but
Yeah.
there's been a little bit of everything on there. And I took a little Razor electric go kart that's meant to go like 3 miles an hour, and I put a Harbor Freight Predator 212 on it.
Sick.
Yeah, it's scary, scary fast. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
fast do you think it goes? Like, 35, 40?
I mean, I
or-
think I had it at like 30 something miles an hour, but I mean the wheels are
Oh,
only.
yeah, you're
wheels
on the
are only this
ground.
big.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
That's
the
wild.
turn. It only turns a little bit. It's just it's a death wish.
Love it.
Yeah.
So here's my thing is you've been in touch with kind of the pulse of the truck world, and the thing is I'm seeing more and more of these truck guys come up, especially with the YouTube, the Instagram. There's a lot of my Facebook guys have actually stepped away from this car thing and kind of stepped into a truck world where they're in everything from mini trucks to some of the big stuff. Do you see the car community in general moving towards especially obviously SUVs are the biggest sellers right now. Do you see those things moving into a truck centric world, or do you think that like the trucks are kind of still, you know what I mean, under the radar, especially with kind of the government stuff that's been going on?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. I'm in the truck world, so obviously that's the majority of what I see. But I think like anything else, it comes in waves. And right now, there's so many things you can do to a truck that make it stand out that I think it's growing. The problem is it's expensive.
Right.
There's no cheap way to make a nice truck. I mean, you're $50,000-$60,000 into a decent used truck now just to start.
Oh yeah.
If you don't want to do something like mine, where you're starting from scratch and basically rebuilding the whole thing. So there's a lot of it, but I think I may be wrong, but I think in my opinion it might slow down a little bit once people's credit cards start to get maxed out. I think we're in a little bit of a wave
I'm
with
feeling it.
with the truck scene.
Do you think
A
any of
little
the SUV stuff will carry it through, or is that kind of just a totally different monster?
I don't know. There's not a lot of nice SUVs out there right now.
I think that's the
I
real
mean,
point there is,
I mean,
know.
a lot of the trucks. I think a lot of these new trucks that are coming out now, like the body styles and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they look like dog shit.
Yeah.
Like I am not a fan of the Illuma Duties.
Yeah.
I am not a fan at all. The only way an Illuma Duty looks nice, I think, is with a utility body on the back. Like those Illuma Duty beds, I think are just hideous.
There's some nice ones. It has to be the right color. I think the color makes the truck on those. Where some of the older trucks, it could be any color and it looks good. But
Yeah.
the Illuma Duties, I think it has to look right. And
No, you're absolutely right. But you know what? Like, so if you have to pick the color to make the bed look right, like,
yeah.
just no. Like, like the front, the headlights and stuff, I think they look cool. They
Yeah.
look good. They did a good job. Like, inside is immaculate. They're
Yeah.
beautiful. They're beautiful inside. But it's just like the beds, you know what I mean? And like the new Chevys and the new GMCs, like, they kind of like, with the hood scoops and stuff, like, kind of went like, oh yeah, race car.
You notice how tall the grills are getting on
Oh
everything
my
too.
God,
The last
yeah.
few years,
No.
the
It's
grills
like
are getting taller and taller.
BMW, like the kidney grills get bigger every
Yeah.
minute.
And it's
Yep.
just like I don't get where the hell they're trying to go with this. And it's just like,
Well, I feel like that they don't, especially with the way they're spending money, is these companies spend money on other things right now. And we don't have to talk about what that is right now, but the idea that money goes into other things and they have to rehash the stuff that they've done in the past. And there's really no way to make it look better other than just detailing and bigger vents and bigger this. And I mean, am I wrong about that, or what do you guys think?
no, I mean, I think you're totally right on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just, I just totally forgot what you just said. But yeah, I think
Well, I
you're
mean,
right.
you can look at the Soup Duties, for example, and the doors are exactly the same from 1999 to 2016.
Yeah, no, but you know what?
The cab is the same.
Right.
The only thing really different is the body lines on the bed a little bit, and then the front clip.
And then they still sell even if they do that. Like just a couple
Yeah.
of changes, they're
I
still
mean,
selling.
But still, I mean, but they changed up the truck, though. You know what I mean? That's the big thing. They changed up the truck.
They did.
Are they
Yeah.
really making like more horsepower or more? In other words, like every time I see a Corvette, it's like there's a new dynamic control or some new look to it, or there's a lot of stuff that's going on internally and not just from the mid-engine thing. How are the trucks improving year over year to kind of keep up?
So, one thing I can say, a lot of people talk trash about like the emission stuff. They say delete it, right? And it is getting better. I mean, there's a lot of really good emissions on tuning now for these trucks. And I mean, we are having some issues with the fuel systems on these where, we have we have crappy fuel here in America. Our fuel is
Yes.
not
Garbage.
it's not good. It has no lubricity to it, and that's what's taking these pumps out. But the emissions equipment is getting better. You know, when I had my shop back in the day, I went and I did like a conference with Bosch. I was a Bosch dealer, and they flew me down to Chicago, and we did this whole conference, and I sat down at a table at a dinner with a guy, and I was like, oh, this emissions equipment is killing these trucks. And he's like, I'm the guy that invented that. And I was like, oh.
Well,
So talk to me about it. He's like, well, think about it. In the 60s, you had, a big block Camaro that made crazy horsepower. And, I mean, the fuel economy wasn't great, but it wasn't that bad considering what the technology they had, right? But then the 70s came along, and they started to put this emissions equipment on, and a 454 big block went down to like 130 horsepower.
Yeah.
And then if you look at now, I always like to use the example of like one of my favorite
What's
cars
up, franchise?
is CTSV, right?
Ooh,
But you
yeah.
look at a CTSV, and that thing gets good enough fuel economy where you don't have to pay the gas guzzlers tax.
Yep.
It makes 650 horsepower, and it gets decent mileage.
Yep.
Gets decent.
So it just
And-
takes time. You know?
And you can pull any broad you want in that car.
Yeah.
No matter how horrible you look.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like those things are
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yep.
But the point is, like emissions on diesels is a relatively new thing.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, it hasn't been around, and it does. I mean, I'm not trying to defend it. It does suck. It
Right.
sucks.
It's killing the bees.
It-
Well,
the thing is getting better.
how
but it's
so-
still killing the bees.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ever since that came up, I just watched honey prices go up, and I didn't know why until they started saying it's killing the bees.
Yeah.
You're killing the bees.
My thing is how
the death?
aggressively they've gone after it. That's my biggest problem. Is it's the idea of it's not just that they went after stuff. There's this. It's literally like an attack on the industry, and I don't understand it. So
It's low hanging fruit. That's what it is.
yeah, exactly.
They know that these companies will pay the fines.
Yep.
It's just
Oh,
it's
yeah.
extortion. That's what it is. I mean,
What about that? Everybody started getting like $150,000, $160,000 fines. All the like,
Dude,
that-
in the
that guy-
millions. Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
oh,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when at first I don't pay attention, but see, I don't pay attention to this stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I just hear it with the hearsay, and I'll look it up. But like one guy down in Florida got fined what, $150,000? One of those,
Yep.
Why?
Right. Yeah.
My-
for a delete.
Yeah.
usually it's like businesses selling deletes. Yeah, it's most of the time it's not. They're not going after like the individual owner. It's more like a
Like the
like a
guy
shop
that's
that's selling
selling
deletes,
it.
installing
okay.
deletes. But then you look as he's sitting here holding the plastic bottle, right? But they make you dump DEF fluid in to save the environment, right? And
It's killing the bees.
but that DEF fluid is in a plastic
loves the
container
bees.
inside a cardboard box,
Yes.
and
And you know what that DEF fluid's made out of?
it's basically synthetic piss. It's urea.
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was like real piss.
No,
And the
no,
more
it's like
you
a synthetic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's just about it's very similar. Yeah,
Really?
it's urea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're gonna take
Might as well just
synthetic
piss in your
piss.
tank, you know?
We're just gonna take
Yeah.
some synthetic piss. and just,
it's bad stuff. You get it in your eyes, you will go blind.
Really?
It's really bad stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, I remember I had a 2015 Dually Denali, and I remember like pouring it into the
Under the hood.
Yeah, under
Yeah.
the hood, and I make a mess of things. Like
Yeah.
I am the worst person. Like it's like, hey, listen, don't make a mess, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And like I watched it corrode.
Mess incoming.
Gets all crystallized and everything. Yeah,
But it corrodes the shit. Like
yeah. It's not good stuff.
no,
Yeah.
like imagine somebody's kid getting into that, drinking it,
Yeah.
like or something like that. Like it's stupid.
My wife ran over a pallet of DEF while we were at the
Oh.
gas station.
Sick.
Dude, we were coming back from Delaware. We were in Jersey, and I go into the gas station to grab something real quick, and I come out, and there she is, just crawling over the pallet, and I was like, "Stop!" But yeah, that was a nice payday for them.
Oh, I bet.
Crushed 10 bottles of
And that
DEF.
stuff's not cheap.
No,
No.
That shit ain't cheap.
no, not at all.
Like,
No.
I don't know where we're going. Like, I don't know where they're going with this whole deaf shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like you look at it and it's just like, all right, what's the next move?
Yeah, I mean, the next move
Electric
is
cars?
no. I mean, so when I was
Well, that's not working.
no.
So
I mean,
Yeah, no kidding.
so
Do you think they'll ever do?
There's a couple options. I don't know if you guys have followed Edison Motors at all. If you've seen him on TikTok,
Nope.
and
I brought them up.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You did.
the guy's based out of Canada,
Okay.
super smart guy.
Yeah.
He's doing basically electric drive with a diesel generator.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So the diesel engine is no
it is
mechanical.
a train.
Yeah, basically, it's basically a train. Yeah. And there's no mechanical connection between the diesel engine and the axles. It has e-axles, and the diesel engine just charges the batteries, and that's the way to go because a diesel engine runs best at a very specific RPM.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the inefficiency, the
I
inefficiency.
like how we act like we know what the hell we're talking about.
But the inefficiency comes from the up and down and the acceleration and deceleration and all that stuff. So if
So
you
that's
can
not
just,
good.
No, that's
flooring
bad.
your diesel.
No, nope. So
Oh.
so so
My bad.
yeah.
I'm
No good.
I'm on my best behavior today.
he was,
Yeah.
You guys are
Listen,
derailing him.
Me and Jay are playing Trading Places.
That's great. Did you see Glenn over there? He's like, Phil is being so well behaved.
I
today."
know.
He's trying.
Shit.
He ain't drinking enough Dr. Pepper
I
yet.
know. All
Yeah.
right, continue.
Throw some of that back there.
Yeah, right.
It's empty.
Oh man.
Amy says she'll break it up, and she says Advanced Auto Parts. She works at Advanced, and does anybody want a discount? So there you go.
Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that.
Mine's
Nice.
Thank
deleted.
you, Amy.
Send me a fine.
Right.
I'm gonna need some new rotors since my truck's been sitting so long.
So, all right. Anyways, you were
Yes.
saying?
Oh yeah. So steady state operation is the best. So that's going to be something that I think you'll see a lot more of.
So you're telling me that it's not good for my diesel truck when I romp it to the floor, it goes and puffs out all that black smoke?
That's great for people like me that fix them. Yeah.
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 So rolling coal isn't
So that,
No good.
no good.
No.
No, so if I don't want to,
Darn it.
So if I go chugga choo choo.
What about the white coal that comes out of the exhaust? That's
That's
not.
really bad.
Oh man.
The
Yeah.
white smoke is
Yeah.
no
Okay.
good?
What?
White's worse.
Oh,
Really?
that was
Yeah,
probably
that's
what
what it
happened to
was,
my
yeah.
truck.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay. How about my diesel Mercedes? Does that still same thing or?
Same thing.
Darn it.
Yep.
So
All
you're
right.
telling
It is
me
what it
any
is.
So all you're telling me is we need to find out what RPM works,
Yep.
put a set of E axles on there, and just
Charge your batteries.
just.
You're gonna have the whole bed of your truck full of batteries
Yeah.
for the.
I'm over here trying to be all professional and stuff like that. It's not working, and I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
And George goes.
I was gonna say that's the noise.
So now, are you in the you're in the truck scene with all the going to truck shows and all that? You're on that side of it too, right?
Yep.
So you're just not a performance building a truck for performance modifications, performance. Fuck, where am I going? You're not
You were
building
doing
a
so
truck-
good,
I know,
Phil.
You're not building a truck just performance wise to go to the track and that's it. You go to the truck shows and all that stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna
Look
take
good,
away-
go good.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. I think you got to look as good as you go, or
Right.
look better than you go, because I got a lot of slow shit, but it looks damn good. What's killing the truck scene now?
Ooh, good question.
And I'm not trying to be that guy, but the first thing when I walked into the door and Alan introduced me to you was the first thing I did before I even shook his hand was I looked down at his feet to see what he was wearing.
Yeah.
He does that a lot. It's really weird. I
mean-
thought he was an OnlyFans guy, but it's got character.
I mean, I think the biggest thing killing the truck scene is the young kids that are acting stupider than they really are.
Okay.
It's almost like an intentional, like they act like a hillbilly.
Yeah, a
And
bunch
there's
of-
nothing. I mean,
there's nothing
there's a difference
wrong.
between country and acting like a hillbilly.
Absolutely.
And I feel like a lot
Where
of
does
these kids.
some
where does
hillbillies
Kentucky
here.
That's
squat
fine,
play
man. I
in
mean,
that?
I am.
Listen, let's
They're too
offend them
stupid to
all.
be offended.
Let's
I mean-
offend them all because they can listen. hop right into the chat because I am ready to go.
Yeah, and I mean
Yeah.
it's a lot of the same thing that kills a lot of other car scenes is the people
absolutely.
that act stupid. You know, we have a hard time finding these venues.
Yep.
And if you show up and they say, "Hey, don't do any burnouts. Hey, don't roll coal on the cops that are sitting there directing traffic," and then they still do it. That's what's
That's what's
Oh yeah,
killing
we
the car
had we
scene.
had a show where the kid we did everything we could. We told certain people not to show up.
Squad of
and
trucks,
the
yeah,
second
that's-
we
that's
had at the
terrible.
end of the show, somebody
I like
leaves
my
and almost
squad of
hits a
trucks.
cop. So yeah.
Squad.
now.
Yeah.
Now, do you think the promoters that put on these shows are to blame because they encourage it?
Do they encourage it?
Some of them,
I see a
yeah.
lot of I see a lot of the diesel promoters. When I look at they promote it because the majority what I've seen of these like diesel truck bros and all that stuff, with their single stack coming out of the bed that don't work, and they got a giant cat sticker on the back.
Yeah.
They got Carhartt hoodies that aren't dirty, and they play the part. They want to go and show off. They want to go and be tough. But a lot of these promoters feed into that because, if they don't enforce a rule where you don't act like an idiot, the idiots come. They're gonna pay the $75, $80 for a ticket because that's how much it costs to get into one of those
Yeah.
things now.
Yep.
Like those shows ain't cheap,
Does it come
No.
with free T-shirt?
huh? No,
Does it
it
come
comes
with anything good?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
It comes with a
Yeah.
pat on the ass.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
I get some
that,
soot
you're-
on my face.
For that, you're lucky if your truck is parked in the outside parking lot too.
Oh
And
boy.
And you get these kids that it's just like it's the new cool thing. It's a new cool thing. They start listening to Jelly Roll. They buy a pair of cowboy
Ain't nothing wrong with Jelly Roll
no, there's
now.
there's nothing wrong with Jelly Roll. But if you go from the little Zan that they will listen to Darius Rucker,
Yeah.
It happens.
and, like
yep.
it's just like
But should we be happy on the conversion?
no, absolutely.
Just don't bring the
not.
stupidity.
But it's just like
I'm always trying to mend the gap here.
I'm a big advocate of be who you are because like honestly it's just like dude I gotta lift the truck outside.
Yeah.
I got a smart car. I got a Nissan. I got a Harley. You know what I mean? Like I got all that stuff, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'm me.
I think
Right.
a lot of these kids though are trying to be something that they're not. That's the thing. Like someone's commented on there, like fake blue collar, trying to act like they're blue collar and they're not.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. Like if you want to have a truck and you want to be, you want to be a nerd, that's fine too. Like I don't know. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. You
No,
know what I
but
mean?
you're
Just be
absolutely
yourself. I
right.
think it's like that whole try hard mentality.
God. And
Just
Is
show
there
up.
like,
I
is
got
there
a-
an Instagram thing to this or any kind of social media thing, or is it just they're just doing this?
I think it's. I mean, I think they're just doing it. I think
Yeah.
it's attention. Everybody wants attention, right? But I think they're seeking it in the wrong way, in my opinion. I mean, just show up to the truck show, have a good time, respect the venue, respect the neighborhood around the venue, because otherwise there's going to be no truck shows, and then they're going to be on social media crying they have nowhere to go. And just like every other car, I mean, I know the import guys faced that for a long time, where
we
like
still do.
yeah.
So
It's the same. Every car scene's the same.
Every scene is the
Because
same.
of the takeovers.
But no.
Oh
Jesus.
yeah.
There you go. You didn't do it, did you?
I mean, come on. Like these people are acting stupid, and like honestly, I went to Wildwood. The
Wildwood takeover.
yeah.
Was it a takeover, Phil? Did you attend a takeover?
Dude, it ended up being one. It was a 2-day. It was a 2-day trip. It was down. I can't remember what the name of the show. I think it was Wildwood Truck Invasion or something like that. Right?
Truck takeover.
It was on the beach. It was on the beach. I ended up leaving Friday night and got there Saturday morning. So Friday night they had like a meet and greet for people who bought 2-day passes.
Yeah.
On some street. And that turned into a giant shit show. Like everybody was just blowing the wheels off and everything like that. Then I get
It's
there.
usually expected, though. I mean, I've gone down to Ocean City.
Yeah.
For the the boardwalk cruise.
Okay.
And even like every show, every cruise, you're gonna have some asshats laying, but
Right.
But
to what point? Like what? How bad was it?
no,
So-
it was bad.
Yeah,
it
so-
was really
Okay.
bad.
Okay, I take it back.
like 603. I mean, nothing against 603. The promoters, I think, are trying their best.
Oh,
They're doing
they
a
are.
great
They
job.
really
I think
are.
it's an awesome show, but
Yeah.
that kind of attracts a certain kind of crowd. And then like I went to the Dirty South Showdown in North Carolina. That is that whole squatted truck,
Yep.
that whole scene. But
They
if
on
you
dunks.
yeah, also I mean you name it, yeah. But then if you look at something like UCC Ultimate Call Out Challenge
Yeah.
or like the Rudy's Truck Jam,
Yep.
same type of vehicle, well, base type of vehicles,
Yeah.
right? But totally different kind of scene. Like the guys at Rudy's Truck Jam and the guys at Ultimate Call Out Challenge are legitimate. I mean, fast trucks. Guys
Yeah.
that really put their heart and soul into
Yeah.
these things. I mean, and they take it. There's still idiots. Every
No,
every single
absolutely.
show, every single scene.
Absolutely.
It's always going to be like that. But the guys take it a little more seriously at those shows.
Well, I mean, but like honestly, like they take it more seriously at those shows because those are $100,000, $150,000 trucks. First off, and second off, they're racing and they're betting against each other. Like they're making money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, there's some shit going on there, but like they don't want to ruin it. You know?
So I got a question because I'm new and I'm really not even into the truck scene yet. You know what I mean? I really haven't attended any of the 603 shows or anything. I've been into bike shows, car shows. This is going to be my first season checking out the trucks.
Yep.
When was the height of the truck scene? And like we're talking about, it's coming down, people are ruining it, but
I
so
think we're
because
still
I
in it.
feel like we're in the height
I think
of the
we
truck
still
scene
are in
now.
it. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if I was just wrong and maybe
No.
because
It's just changing a little bit. That's
Right.
all. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of it was before it was taking Grandpa's old truck and turning the pump up. You know what I mean? Now we're a little bit more. It's more cosmetic stuff because the emissions. I mean, there's still some big power trucks out there, but it's more of a show than like a competition, if that makes sense. That's
Yeah.
at least what I see.
Yeah.
Is like even 603, you go there and there's a lot less people. There's a lot less people drag racing. There's barely any trucks. I mean, you're at a drag strip. There's
Yeah.
barely any trucks going down the track.
right.
And everybody's just hanging out in the parking lot. So it's more of like to me, it's more of a cosmetic thing now than performance.
Gotcha.
There's still some
Gotcha.
guys into the performance, but around here at least, not a lot.
So I'll say I went out last year to import face off.
Yep.
I got to see Matt Azzola run the U-Haul truck
Oh, it's
down.
Cummins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing's nasty.
That thing's nasty.
Yeah.
And hats off to him. He actually puts it down
Yeah.
out there,
Yep.
I've known that kid since he was a little kid.
Oh, great kid. He was
He's-
always popping into betting courts. That's
Oh,
where I
yeah.
met him. Kid flips some bikes.
Oh, dude, he's a hustler.
you
and
want
he's
to find a
nice
dirt
kid.
bike? Go hit up Matt.
yeah.
He'll get
Yeah.
you one.
He's a nice kid. He's humble.
Yeah.
I've known him since
Shut
he
up,
was
Matt.
this big. Yeah,
Don't
Matt,
worry.
What up,
I didn't forget
Matt?
about you, buddy.
That truck. That's a serious truck.
Yeah. Oh, they're out there. There's
Oh,
some pretty.
yeah.
That's what like I said, you look at Ultimate Call Out Challenge or Rudy's, and there's some
Some serious-
fast stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy that just did I'm not sure which. It was one of the drag and drive events, and he
Okay.
did it with Chevelle with a diesel in it. And
Really?
He
Nasty.
was competitive in radial class with big block gas cars, like competitive. Did really really well. So there's some serious stuff out there now, but I think there's less people trying.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's becoming more and more difficult.
It's a money game. It's
Oh,
a money game.
absolutely.
Do you ever plan on running yours down the quarter mile?
I didn't really build it for that. I mean, maybe
Just
but
for shits and giggles?
The suspension's not really set up for that. I mean, maybe.
I want
Yeah.
to see you there.
Yeah,
Let's go. I want to see
we'll
it.
see.
We're gonna line it up with the smart car.
I was seeing this from Brooke here, and he says, Phil, I told you when I first joined SCS that the reason why I was getting away from it.
So we have Brooks. He has a F-150, and then he just got that 7.3, and he's a young kid. He's in his early 20s. Nice kid, sweetheart.
Good
Brooks is a
Vet.
great kid. He's a veteran. Thank you for your service, Brooke. Jay, thank you for your service. Anybody else who was in the service who's listening, thank you very much. But I knew his parents, and his buddy Steven, who's also a diesel truck kid, is in the club, and he started bringing Brooks around. He's like, yeah, you know my parents. I'm like, who are your parents? He told me who they were, and they said, the club that you guys have is really family oriented. You guys don't put up with no shit. Like none of my guys. I tell them all the time. I say, you got to stick around that front windshield. You represent us, not yourself. I said, don't act like an idiot. I said, there's a time and place for stuff. I said, you want to act dumb, you're gone.
Bye.
And we stand by those rules.
Yeah.
Because we have an image to portray. So Brooks came around, started hanging out, and he loved it. He says, I'm just getting out of the truck scene. I said, why? I said, trucks. I said, you got a nasty truck. I said, I don't understand why you're getting out. He goes, because they're all idiots. And this is direct from his mouth. They're a bunch of fucking morons. Excuse my language again. That's 5.
5 push-ups.
See, Glenn, he let it slip.
Oh yeah. I looked at him. I said, you know what? You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But
there is a lot.
Oh, and I'm all for blowing donuts. I'm all for burnouts. You know what I mean? Like that's part of the scene.
Time and place.
But again, you're at we're around the same age. We're all around the same age besides Alan. But it's just there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
And like these young kids, they don't understand that. 603 Diesel, what was it? 2 years ago, I think it was, or was it last year or the year before? They had an event there, and they just like all the kids that went there partying. There was some guys running the trucks, and they were respectful. Then there was other kids just partying, and they destroyed this place.
Was it New England Dragway?
Yes.
I want to say it was, but
yes.
Yeah, that sucks.
But they were acting like total idiots. They were acting just like a bunch of irate animals.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're beyond that.
A couple of years ago, you got to remember too, and this is no excuse, but a lot of people were coming out of feeling like caged animals with COVID wrapping up and everything.
I get it. I
You know what I
get
mean?
it.
So we let the animals out of the cage.
So, like I said, that's no excuse to act like that. But a lot of people were coming out of.
I think that's okay. I get it now.
You know what I'm saying?
I accept it.
You accept what?
They were caged up. Yeah.
You know what
They
I mean?
were caged up.
I get it.
No, I get that too. But you
Can't
gotta
go
understand-
anywhere, then all of a sudden, truck show.
Yeah, exactly. Truck show. And like, hey, let's blow. Hey, listen. I totally get it. But again, there's a time and a place. You know what I mean? I mean, ripping a little Bernie down the street is one thing. But then when you have a field of what,
don't be
500,
tearing up
600
somebody's
trucks?
lawn.
Is that how many? I mean, I've never been, so I don't know how many trucks show up. But there's going to be a couple hundred trucks there, right?
Yeah.
At least a couple hundred trucks, and it's a little wet, and they just start ripping through the mud and destroying all the grass. Like,
I remember. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. They were
and-
doing donuts in the front parking lot.
yes,
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
just trashing the place.
Yep.
Wild.
Like-
But Mark says, who remembers India Point in Providence? The street is covered in burnout tire marks till the cops shut it down badly.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing too. India Point was a shit show.
Yep.
And like it's just,
Yep.
I never went. I don't have no, because that's where somebody gets hurt.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the stuff where somebody gets hurt, and especially like even like an event like the 603 Diesels, or like when I went to Wildwood, like Saturday after the show, everybody went to their hotel. I remember I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna go out for a drive. I'm gonna go take a look, and I ended up at the convention center. I met a couple of people. Little did I know, I wasn't paying attention until I started paying attention. There was a truck ripping up the road, probably doing about 80 miles an hour with 3 police behind him. There was another guy blowing, I saw behind one of the hotels, there was just smoke. There was guys blowing the wheels off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there was people on the sidewalks. There was people on the sidewalks with cases of beer. They were sitting in a chair telling people to blow the tires off. Like, it got to the point where I think the mayor the next morning made an announcement that they will not allow anyone to do anything in Wildwood ever again. Wow. And it's the same thing with H2O in Ocean City.
Yeah.
Like H2O in Ocean City. Like, they ruined it.
Yeah. I mean, even more grassroots than that, like all the street racing, right? So when I was younger, and I say that I'm actually kind of somewhat an old guy, right? So when I was younger, street racing was you met in a parking lot.
Yes.
You called somebody out, somebody
Yes.
called you out, or you just say, hey, let's go, let's run, and then you would go out to the spot to race, and then maybe a couple of people standing around at the starting line, right?
If that.
Now you look at what street racing is, and there's 1,000 people standing on and it's like, this is why Taunton got shut down. They put speed bumps
Yep.
where they were racing.
Yep.
Innovation Way in Fall River was a
Yep.
big spot to race. They came out. They patrol that constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time the cops were turning a blind eye to a little bit of street racing here and there.
Oh, they
but
were.
when they started showing up and making it into these street takeovers or the street racing where there's 100 people on each side of the line,
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes dangerous for not just the people driving,
about
it's
that one?
everybody else.
That person got mowed down by the Civic and the.
No, multiple
Yeah.
people. But it's just
Yeah.
like, and a lot of people were blaming the guy in the Civic. That wasn't his fault.
I think his axle snapped or something, right?
His axle snapped. He was doing. He
left.
he was going for the launch. He launched it, and the
yeah.
axle snapped.
Just went
and
sideways.
hard right into
I
the
got
bushes.
to interrupt, guys. I know it's a great conversation, but we're getting to the end of the show here, and I did want to bring something up before we ended it.
Hit us.
But John said, thank you guys. Congratulations on the Industry Influence Award. Wearing the suits. You guys look great. We look like the three amigos. Look at that. Look at that
Thank you,
beautiful
John.
award
Thank
there.
you.
And he also brought up something else, that we're going to the Gathering of the Clubs this Saturday.
Is that
Is
this
it
Saturday?
Yeah, yeah. And then
This Saturday?
You
Yes.
have what thing do you have, Jay?
Oh, it got canceled.
What?
Don't worry about it.
no. Oh, you're killing me.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't
All right.
worry, it's gonna happen again. this
Well, we
spring.
got the other event we can go to, so we'll bring that up after the show. But everybody here going to the Gathering of the Clubs then?
I'll be there.
Maybe.
Did you just
Phil.
Maybe.
Vinny will come up in this
Maybe.
show.
Hey,
and
listen,
beat you
Vinny
to
told
death.
me that you were going to rip my nipples off if I didn't go.
It
So
was-
now what's Vinny going to do?
That is 100%
Whoa,
true.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't touch my tatas.
The Gathering of the Clubs is a big gathering thing that's it's done by all the hot rod clubs in the area, and it's international. Like you get guys from
You guys
Canada,
are missing all the action here.
Ireland, all across the U.S. show up, and we share what events are going to be going on for the hot rod thing. So yeah, Brooke says, is it in Springfield? I don't remember exactly where it's at.
It's somewhere.
So yeah, right, exactly.
Got him off guard.
But anyway, there's
That's what we do when the
that
camera's gone.
that's going on, and then there was something else that John was putting up too. What I didn't know if he was doing. Oh, and he said, which I wish we had talked about, was the Factory 5 Racing XTF pre-runner truck kit. That's going to be the next big thing for off-roading racing crowds.
Nasty.
It's such a cool truck, and I wish I had known that before the show, because I would have brought that up and had that as a discussion point, because that's really cool. So, but yeah, we're getting to the end of this right now, and unfortunately,
Nah, we
And,
got another 3 minutes.
3 minutes. What do
Stretch it
you
out.
Okay, do you want to talk about the Baja
Any
truck?
points you want to hit?
Huh? The Baja truck?
Yeah,
Can you put a diesel motor in it?
you can put anything
Hey,
in it.
why
It's a
not?
kit
Based
truck.
on an F-150, isn't it? Don't you have to buy like a salvage F-150?
Drop
I
that
don't know.
Coyote, that
Probably,
1,000
yeah.
horsepower crate Coyote in there.
No,
I
this
don't
is
know a ton
diesel
about
night
it.
tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I'm a little salty on the diesel, okay?
I'll pull up a picture of the
He's pulling up. He's cutting us off.
Factory 5
Five.
Baja truck.
Ooh.
Here we go. The XTF. So
Let's see.
unfortunately, you guys out there
Oh.
can't see it, but they
So
can
that looks
see
like
it.
a
Look it up.
That's a Raptor.
Yeah, it looks like a
but it's a
Raptor.
full tube chassis though.
Oh,
Yeah,
But it's a Raptor.
it's legit.
So I think he uses an F-150 cab. So you got to find like a wrecked F-150.
yeah.
Not hard to
That's
do.
nasty
No.
though.
I
And
can
they're
go out to
local.
my front yard.
I think that's
What about the new Raptor Ranger?
Yeah, 2015 to 2020 Ford F-150 turned into an off-road beast.
That's
I like the size of the Raptor Ranger for a small little
Yeah.
off-road truck.
yeah.
A
I
nice
like-
little trail truck.
I like the Raptors. They're nice. My stepmother's got a
Pull up the
Roush.
Raptor Ranger. Show the Raptor,
Raptor
Ranger. real quick.
Ranger?
Let's see.
Raptor Ranger?
Yeah, check
Is
this
that
thing
what
out, dude.
is that what I say? Raptor Ranger.
Raptor
Yeah,
Ranger.
Raptor Ranger.
Ranger danger.
Ranger Stranger Danger.
Is that it?
There it is.
That thing?
Oh
In
wow.
all
That
its
actually
glory.
looks pretty nice.
That's
Right?
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Come on now. I wouldn't let you guys down.
That's pretty cool. I'm still stuck on the Ford Maverick though.
Yeah.
I want to dump one. I want to dump one and just like right on its nuts.
Take a dump in one.
No. Just
All right. Well, that's all he's got. He's
That's
no,
it.
That's
no.
it.
We
So,
still have 30 seconds.
You
No,
should
you have 30
camber the
seconds.
wheels
It is
all
what it
the
is.
way until
Hey,
it,
listen.
till it takes off
Camber that thing.
like a drone.
There you go.
Spaceship. Yeah, there you go, Glenn.
Yeah.
Ford effing Ranger.
So tonight, I want to thank Nate for coming out today
Thanks for having me.
and sharing.
Nice to meet you, man.
The first
Yeah.
person ever to be, well, actually, we've had other people before it was like when we first came off of the radio, went to the place where we have now. We did
He's
have
here.
some other
He's
guests
here.
before, but
In the
I'm
flesh.
still going to call Nate the first guy ever. So if you want to head over, remember that Nate has the In the Shop YouTube
Shop.
channel. And you guys can check that out anytime you want. He's got a bunch of projects going on. If you want to check out this awesome truck, all the projects that he has going on. And as always, we have our guys here. So Phil, the mayor of Tunertown,
Thank you, everybody.
Dozer J, and then myself, VIP Primo. Remember, every Wednesday, 7 p.m., Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
No, it's X.
Excuse me, X.
X-Force.
What was it? Twitter, and we're doing something with Kick. We do have the Twitch page. The Kick page is having all sorts of issues. I don't know what it is. It's definitely on the Kick side. It is not with us. So we're doing our best. But remember, there's all those places you can check us out. We would love to have you continue to comment. Check it out if you have any ideas. Next week, we're going to have Giovanni from Stance Bodega, right?
Yep.
Perfect.
Gio.
Shout out Gio.
Yeah.
He's in so much trouble.
Oh, so much trouble. But yeah, so that's
No,
the
I'm
thing
going to
is-
take my shirt off.
That's
Where's
it.
the
whole
dollar
show,
bills?
no shirt, and we will be streaming to OnlyFans, right?
Yeah, my OnlyFans.
Am I?
Oh yeah, I know. You know what? I know where you make your money now. Feet Finder.
Yeah,
There
You
it
look like
is.
you have nice feet.
I have cute feet.
Do you?
Yep.
He got
Size
two left toes.
8.5. Women's.
And on that note, I want to thank I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. You guys, we'll see you next week. Guys, say goodbye.
Adios. Adios.